In this scenario, two people were arguing. The argument escalated and one person losing its temper and threw a glass on the table. After throwing the glass, the person went inside of his house fueled with anger. He retrieved a loaded gun and without hesitation, he shot his drinking companion.
The video opened with a scene showing police officer approaching an individual. The individual is suspected in a recent shooting incident. The officer formally invited the suspect to accompany them to the police station for further questioning in the investigation into the shooting incident.
However, after questioning, the suspect denied shooting the victim. To determine if gunpowder residue was presented on the suspect's hands, the police conducted a dermal nitrate test, also known as paraffin wax test. In demonstrating the materials used in a dermal nitrate or paraffin wax test, let's discuss what this test actually is. This dermal nitrate test or paraffin wax test. A dermal nitrate test, commonly known as paraffin test, is a forensic technique used to detect the presence of gunpowder residue on a person's hands. This test is often employed in investigations involving firearms to help determine if an individual recently fired a gun. The test involves applying melted paraffin wax to the suspect's hands. After the wax hardens and is removed, it's chemically analyzed for the presence of nitrates, a key component of gunpowder. In the video, you can see that diphenylamine is used to detect the presence of gunshot residue during the dermal nitrate test, also known as the paraffin test. After the suspect's hands are coated with paraffin wax and the wax has solidified, the inner surface of the wax cast is treated with diphenylamine. If gunshot residue is present, a blue color will develop indicating the presence of nitrate from the gunpowder. In this video, we're showing the materials for conducting a paraffin wax test.
First is stone, second cotton, third gas stove, fourth cooking pot, fifth the paraffin wax, and lastly the sprayer.
The equipment needed for the procedure for conducting a paraffin wax test. The video shows the preparation for melting the paraffin wax to conduct a dermal nitrate or paraffin wax test. After several minutes of carefully heating the wax over a low flame, it was completely dissolved and ready to use for conducting the paraffin test. The video showed the wax transitioning from solid blocks to a smooth liquid state, indicating it had reached the appropriate temperature for the procedure. The video shows us preparing cotton for us to use to be the second layer after the hand was totally coated on first layer, which is the melted wax. Once the entire hand has been coated with the melted wax, we carefully apply the prepared cotton as the second layer. Suppose that we remove any excess cotton after the entire hand has been coated with the second layer of melted wax. This is done to ensure a clean and neat appearance for the paraffin test. Following the same procedure as for the second layer. After the entire hand has been coated with paraffin wax, we apply another layer of cotton for the third layer. Once this layer is complete, coated with melted wax, we will carefully remove any excess cotton to ensure a clean and tidy appearance. Similar to the procedure for layer number 3, after fully coating the entire hand with paraffin wax, we will apply another layer of cotton for layer number 4. Once this layer is applied, any excess cotton will be removed to ensure a clean and neat appearance. The same procedure is followed for the right hand as for the left hand. Once the right hand is fully coated with melted wax, a layer of cotton is applied on top to be an indicator of the second layer. For the second layer of the paraffin wax test as for the third layer. Once the hand is fully coated with melted wax, any excess wax is removed to make it look neat. The video then shows preparation for applying the fourth layer of wax. The wax is allowed to cool and harden, make it easier to remove from the hand. The hardened wax, along with a cotton layer, can then be peeled off the hand, revealing the skin underneath. This process allows for the collection of the wax and cotton for analysis to detect any gunpowder residue. After the accused's hands was removed, this will be the process. We'll write down the details of the accused, including his full name, age, status, date of birth, address, time when the test was performed, and who is the physician who examined him. This will be also show whether the result is negative or positive. This is the result. As we can see, the accused is positive. Positive reaction indicating the presence of gunpowder residues and indicated by the appearance of dark blue pinpoint specks on the inner surface of the cast, located in his proximal phalange, internal phalange fold, dermal opposite metacarpal. The paraffin test, a presented test in forensic science, uses melted wax to detect nitrates, a component of gunpowder, on a person's hands. A positive result, which is the blue color, suggests the presence of nitrates, but it's not conclusive proof of firearm discharge. Nitrates can come from other sources. A negative result doesn't rule out firearm discharge. The test should be used with other evidence for a reliable conclusion. More advanced techniques exist for accurate detection of nitrates.